Hello! Welcome to something new.
Dun dun.
I'm joined with my sibling, Mots.
Dun dun. Just kidding. Yeah.
And this is Rosewater.
The demo.
The demo, in particular. Rosewater is actually a game made by the same people that made Lamplight City, which I think is one of our favorite, mystery games.
Yes. We didn't play it on the channel.
We didn't play it on the channel because we played the game before making the channel.
Yeah.
And it would be kind of weird to try and replay through the game knowing everything already.
I mean, we could try if there's a demand for it, but we've already played the game, and it's a mystery game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we played it a long time ago, but at the same time, I still remember a lot of the twists.
Yeah. So this is a game set in the same world, though it's a Wild West.
Oh, is it the same world?
Yes, same world.
Oh, that's cool. I wasn't sure. I knew it was the same people.
Yeah, it's Western Vespuccia, I think was the name of the continent.
Oh.
Or country.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the horrifying eye and mouth.
So
I forgot.
That's still there.
So double click to quick exit or skip walking. Escape to open and close menus, skip cutscenes, I for inventory, D for diary.
Okay.
H, show hotspots. Scroll lists inventory, show hotspots for holding. Right click open inventory, deselect items, skip cutscenes. Lots of different
There's a couple
options.
different ways to do things. Alright.
Alright. We also have no idea how long this demo is. So.
Not a clue. It could be very short. It could be very long. Who knows? Or how much it will reflect the final product when it does come out.
Yeah.
Western
1850.
Vespuccia.
Town of Rosewater.
Huh. Quiet.
Howdy, ma'am. Allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes on behalf of the town of Rosewater and its inhabitants. Folks call me Jem. And who do I have the honor of greeting?
Harley Leger.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. Might I assist you with your luggage? That is, if you've got any.
I don't.
Ah, right. Well, what brings you to our fair town, Mrs. Leger?
I'd also like to say, I mean, coming out of a railway station, I don't see a train.
I don't either. I assume that train's long gone.
Yeah.
You know, that Harley? Is that what...
I think.
You know.
I'm here for a job. I'm just passing through. That's none of your business.
Interesting.
So we're here for a job.
So we're here for a job.
Miss. And I'm here about a job.
Planning on sticking around, huh? Say, what line of work are you in?
If you must know, well, I write. There's an opening at the Rosewater Post.
Well, best of luck with that. The editor at that place ain't somebody you want to cross.
Then we ought to get along fine.
She's gonna
I'm sure
turn
you
into...
will. But as official town greeter, allow me to offer a small caution. Rosewater ain't always such a sleepy little town.
Oh dear.
Hey!
Say, I've just remembered another engagement.
Is this how you welcome new arrivals? I have a mind to give you a thrashing.
Oh, is that a kid? Oh god.
Looks like
All right, enough of that. Look, I was no choir girl.
I wanted to say I was half expecting her to say she was a bounty hunter.
Yeah, and then she said that she writes, and I was going to make a Murder, She Wrote joke, because, Lamplight City's a mystery game. Hi.
Okay, so how should she respond to this not very good pickpocket? Yes, you brought Octi brought a mouse. Hi, Octi. Wanted me to throw the mouse? So, how should we respond to this little pickpocket?
How about I never got caught? That doesn't seem as mean as the other two.
But I had the good sense not to get caught. Word of advice, kid. Don't pick your mark in broad daylight, especially not at a lawman's doorstep.
Yeah, that's a
Go
good
on,
point.
beat it, or I really will give you something to cry about.
She has a very good point there, right?
Now,
in front of the
where
sheriff's
in the
office.
ether is that damn publisher's office? So they do have the law here, in theory at least.
Hi, a person walking by. I was also gonna say that I like Jem's, like, goggles on, like, their hat.
Yeah.
A locked blacksmith office.
Yes. Locked blacksmith. There appears to be a bank here.
Physician.
Pull on.
Looks sturdy, but there's some rot creeping around the handles.
Interesting.
I don't think we have a reason to...
Soft drink crates. A sugary, fizzy way to beat the heat.
I think we have a reason to start trying to break into stuff.
I don't think so. We're just looking for
I
the
hope that isn't the
publisher's
town water
office.
supply.
Maybe we can ask. Maybe we can ask the physician.
Yeah, maybe we can ask the physician. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, hello there. Don't think I've seen you around before.
Just arrived in town. Name's Harley Leger. And you're Dr. Sedgwick?
At your service. Welcome to Rosewater and to my clinic. Anything in particular ailing you today?
Inability to find the
Publisher's
post.
office. Yeah.
This blister on my foot.
What do you want to say?
Yeah. I'll mention the blister.
Now that you mention it, I've got this blister on my right foot that's got me in a huff.
I can take care of that for you. Step over to the chair and I'll cut it off in a jiff. They do tend to be gushers, though, so it might be a while before you're up and about again.
On second thought, I'll just deal with it.
Oh, the frontier life has its fair share of discomforts, to be sure. They do say that suffering is good for the soul.
For the soul? Is that a pun, Doctor?
Huh? Oh, I see. For the soul. Most humorous.
I love that she was like, was that a pun? And the doctor was like, oh, perhaps.
That's impressively clean.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say, and good health starts with good hygiene.
Quite a variety of potions and tonics you've got here, Doc.
It's only a small part of the bounteous pharmacopoeia that nature might make available to us, if only we knew her secrets. There is so much to be discovered.
Lots to look around in this place.
Medical
Yeah.
College of Wicks? Never heard of it.
It's in central Rotterdam. Not quite the University of New Britannia, but then what is?
I imagine you get your hands pretty dirty in this line of work?
It's for cleansing before, not after. I am a follower of the modern European theories, positing that disease follows from the propagation of tiny animalcules living on the surface of the skin. Thorough washing with soap and water is said to eradicate them.
Drown the little bastards, huh?
Something like that.
Should we just throw our head off?
Yeah, we can always come back in here.
Got a job to do.
The Post.
I was gonna say, luckily, if this is built like any old west town, it's a big line. So.
Yeah. A 2-story. Whoa, what the fuck?
Ignore him and let him.
Holy hell! Are you alright, mister?
I don't think he's okay. You should probably get the doctor.
Don't you move. I'll fetch the doctor to have a look at you.
I'll go very jauntily. This,
Doc, come quick.
This
I've
is a
got an
demo,
emergency.
though.
Yeah.
Can I be of service?
Some poor fool's just fallen out a window.
At the Rosewater Post?
Yes. How did you...
Sounds like Joni's in a mood again. Let's go.
Joni's in a mood.
Is that the
Here he is, poor bastard.
Oh, dear.
Is that why you were told to be careful
Hello?
of
Can you hear me?
boss?
Yeah, really.
I'm Dr. Sedgwick. I'm here to help you. Can you move your legs? Spine seems intact. No obvious fractures
You can
of the
tell that
arms
just
or
looking
legs.
at him?
That, I would say, is nothing short of a miracle. Right. He's in a bad way, but he'll live. I'll get him back to my clinic and patch him up. You are truly a good Samaritan, Miss Leger.
It was nothing. If you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep.
Of course. God bless.
I won't be concerned that came out of the building I'm going in.
Yeah.
Hello, can I help you with something?
A man just came.
A man came out of
The writing
fucking...
commission.
Ah, yes, you must be Miss Leger. I believe you and Joni exchanged some correspondence on the matter already, yes?
Yep, got the letter right here.
May I see it, please?
At least he's not Joni, which means he didn't push that poor man out of a fucking window.
Very good. Oh, one more thing. Joni's not one for formalities. First names will do.
Noted.
Go up those stairs and knock.
Thanks. What's your name?
Henry Dixon, ma'am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
Good to meet you, Henry.
Yeah. So I also noticed
October 25th, 1850. Dear Miss Leger, thank you for submitting your sample. Your writing shows real potential. I'd like to extend an invitation to meet with me at the offices of the Rosewater Post and discuss the possibility of an extended commission. How soon can you arrive in town? I await your reply and look forward to making your acquaintance. Yours, Joan Gallagher.
She's got a bit of an accent.
Yeah. I am going to turn down
Voice volume a little
voice
bit.
volume a bit.
Valid.
Ooh, what's that? Is that a printing press?
Impressive piece of
Yeah, I
machinery.
think so.
Come in.
Hello, Joan. I'm Harley Leger.
Ah, yes. Nice to finally put a face to the name. Please take a load off. Whiskey?
Bit early for me, but thanks all the same.
Sensible. I like that. I, however, have had a morning, so if you don't mind.
I mean,
I threw a man through a window.
I was about to say.
Say, have we met before? Something about you seems familiar.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes, shall we? If you're going to join our little family here, I'd like to know more about you.
Your life story. Provide a succinct biography. Avoid the question.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
like, I don't know if you're gonna keep this in like the video or not, but this character reminds me of my Call of Cthulhu character, Jaquette. Like, she kind of looks like her too.
I can see that.
Anyways, let's see. I mean, she seems like the type who wouldn't want a long.
Yeah, it's
You know,
probably
so
like
maybe a succinct biography.
Me,
Kinda
well, I was
meat and
born and
potatoes
raised in
kinda
New
less.
Britannia, got out, made my way west, and started writing. I saw your ad while I was up in Pierre. Thought a change of scenery would do me good.
Well, admittedly, Rosewater isn't as cosmopolitan as it used to be, but maybe you'll find it to your
Really?
liking.
There hasn't been a dull moment since I stepped off the train.
Speaking of, your writing sample had me in stitches. Haven't spent much time in Lamplight City myself, but your descriptions of the Toffs in Lyon, hilarious.
That piece was inspired by my last visit a few years ago, actually.
Oh? What brought that about?
oh, it's the truth. Had to take care of some family affairs. Hadn't been in a while. Nothing important.
I say tell the truth. Why
Yeah.
lie?
I had to go back and settle my late brother's affairs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't in connection with that awful business at the Lamplight City Expo.
Oh, no, it was before that.
The Expo disaster was a national tragedy, of course. But you know, can't help remembering it as the week our paper sold more copies than it has before or since. Isn't that terrible? But enough about that. Let's get back to why we're here. I loved your sample, and I like you as well, Harley. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you a commission. I'll pay you 45 crowns for it. After that, we can talk about more regular opportunities.
Hot damn! Well, I'll be!
Oh, what to say? What version of yes?
I'm partial to hot damn, but you know.
I'm partial to well, I'll be.
Won't go well, I'll be.
Well, I'll be. So, what's my assignment? A scathing commentary on Rosewater's decline? Or maybe a hard-hitting expose on the plight of the marginalized criminal youth?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. I want you to interview Gentleman Jake Ackerman.
Who?
Pull the other one. You've been living under a rock. He's a true Western legend. The Achilles of our times. We've got a real opportunity here. Star like that landing in our little town. I'd like something in the vein of your sample. Acerbic and mordant. But maybe not quite so acerbic.
So, a puff piece.
Good, you're paying attention. I want you to make Rosewater look good too. Show me a real frontier hero in a real frontier town.
Where can I find this Jake fellow?
He's taking rooms at the Jack of Diamonds just down the road. And his show is opening today at the Opera House, so he should be around for an interview. I don't know how you're situated here, but you're welcome to use the typewriter in the office.
I only write longhand, but I'd certainly be grateful for a quiet place to work.
Longhand? How charming. Now, if you have any questions before you go, by all means, ask.
Can I write about something else? We should probably
ask who we sent to the clinic.
So, who was the man that went out your window? Not another writer, I hope.
Oh, God, no. You're the only applicant we've had. Don't worry about him. Just a rabble-rouser with an axe to grind. Thought he could burst in here railing about my journalistic integrity. Most folks stick to writing letters to the editor. I tried to calm him down, but... well, it didn't go that way.
I see.
So, did he send himself out the window by maybe charging at you, or did you literally pick him up and throw him? Because that's what I had assumed.
I don't know. I mean, like, if he, like, came at her, it would not be hard for her to chuck him out that window.
No. What is that above the window?
That?
Yeah.
Could just be a cane.
Interesting. It's a little high.
Yeah. It's likely then, this appears to me to be, like, a picture of a founder.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe it's like a founder's cane or something like that.
Yeah, so it might be, like, you know, like her predecessor.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense to me.
The Rosewater Post reported on the Lamplight City Expo?
It was only the biggest story that year. I've still got copies of the article saved. Here, read it for yourself.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Disaster at the Lamplight City Expo. The etheric pavilion at the Global Exposition of New Batage, Kingsland, was the site of a terrifying disaster that claimed 15 lives on Saturday. During a demonstration by etheric researcher Dr. Bennett Clark, a device known as an etheric generator malfunctioned and released a burst of energy into the audience.
Oh, dear.
Instantly vaporizing 14 attendees and one stage assistant. Oh, boy.
Oh, dear. I kind of vaguely remember the Lamplight City Expo being mentioned in Lamplight City. Like, I don't remember it. Did we go there?
I don't remember.
I don't recall. If it was a major event and I'm forgetting it, maybe we should replay that game.
Maybe. An eyewitness described the scene for the New Batage Gazette. The thing started up with a great crackling noise, startling the ladies in attendance and raising several cries of excitement. In the next instant, there was a blinding flash of light. After that, just screams and a horrible burning smell. From where I stood, I could see that a bunch of folks gathered on one side of the apparatus were just gone. All that was left were shoes and hats and things in a pile of ash. The worst thing was, their shadows were still there on the wall behind.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Controversial figure in the scientific community, Dr. Clark has championed novel theories on the existence of
Ethericity.
Ethericity, thank you.
If I remember, I think it's how that was pronounced in the first game.
A supposedly inexhaustible source of energy located in the upper atmosphere.
Yeah.
The etheric pavilion, an exhibit jointly sponsored by Kessling Industries, Harman and Grove, and Eastern Consolidated Coal, was intended to showcase the technology's potential for a global audience. although public enthusiasm may be somewhat dampened following the events of last weekend. Dr. Clark was taken in for questioning by authorities, but remains to be seen whether he or any of his sponsors will be held legally responsible for the lives lost in the incident. Quite a lot of reading.
Prime Minister calls for an etheric ban. Oh dear. Prime Minister Harley Leger. I'm not sure. Did we vote for Leroy or did we vote for somebody else?
I don't remember.
Wasted no time in condemning the Lamplight City Expo disaster and called on Parliament to impose a ban on etheric research, despite predictable opposition from the Atwood wing. MPs may be more receptive to Leroy's proposal in the wake of the disaster. A vote is expected to be called in the coming weeks. Supporters of Clark's... What the fuck?
Hello?
Hello? Didn't want us to finish that, I guess.
Didn't like that.
A vote is expected to be called in the coming weeks. Supporters of Clark's research insist that it was an isolated incident that does not invalidate the potential benefits of the etheric technology, but public opinion may be tipping in the favor of the ban.
Gilroy mine to close. Silas Gilroy announced on Friday that his Aurum mine would cease operations at the end of the month. This marks the third major mine closure in the past year. In addition to many smaller claims that have been consolidated and sold cheaply or abandoned. Like every other prospector who called out here, I was hopeful that after early results were so strong with those deeper veins have failed to turn up, said Mr. Gilroy. It's all sparkle and no show. The mine's closure will deal yet another blow to Rosewater's fortunes, leaving over 40 men out of work. Okay. I'm just saying, Leroy's like, I don't like, etheric technology. Then etheric technology vaporizes 14 people, and now, oh wow, suddenly we're going to ban it? I'm just saying, I'm not sure I trust this Prime Minister.
Can I keep this?
Frame it if you like.
Frame it if you'd like.
Any insight you can give me about the town?
It's a far cry from what it used to be. In a way, it's nice not having to hear the noise from the saloon at all hours, but... oh, I don't know. Folk who moved on took some of the charm with them.
What about the folks who stayed behind?
What about him?
I was hoping for more details.
Far as you're concerned, the only person in Rosewater worth knowing right now is Jake Ackerman. If you're so keen to know about the rest, go meet him for yourself.
Fair enough.
Valid. Fair
I'm
enough.
curious, how did the Rosewater Post get its start?
Well, my dad was a union man. He worked the printing press for the Allied Fall Creek Miners Cooperative. Pamphlets, labour news, that sort of thing. Then the mine owners brought the Blackburns in to bust the whole operation up. My dad was laid up for months and could never work again after. But we still had to eat, didn't we? I took all the equipment from the old shop and started printing up an early version of the Post just to bring a little money in. At first, it was all just community notices and advertisements from local stores. Over time, I got the hang of the whole journalism thing and turned it into a real newspaper.
That's legit the second time I've ever heard someone say advertisement.
Yeah. Alright, so that's likely then her father's cane.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
I'd best be on my way.
Right you are. Wait a minute.
What?
It's just come to me. I know why you look familiar. You're Spitfire Harley.
Spitfire Harley?
It's been a long time since anyone called me that.
I saw you fighting back in 26 at Wellesley Hall in the Chum. You took out a brute twice your size with a right hook. Pow! It was like watching David bring down Goliath.
I appreciate the kind words, but that was another life.
Maybe so, but for a 14-year-old kid fresh off the boat,
Well,
it's pretty damn inspirational.
Thanks, Joan. Appreciate it.
Of course. And please call me Joni.
So she's a bit of a scrapper in her
Yeah.
youth.
You support Leroy?
I'm a proud Labourite, sure. I'll
Okay.
admit he hasn't been my favourite PM. But the way things were going with Atwood and the Tradists, this place would have been swallowed up by an automated newspaper conglomerate. Labour Party gets me vote any day of the week.
Fair enough.
Okay, so that's actually the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
The New Britannia Gazette, keeping tabs on the competition.
Hardly. I kept that issue because they mentioned my paper.
What do we got over here?
Fascinating device.
Isn't it just? To think, I can send messages from here to Bright Bay with the press of a lever.
What will they think of next?
Oh, okay.
So it's likely a telegraph or site equivalent.
Yeah. Because this isn't exactly our world, but with some adjustments.
Is
It
this
does
the
have its
first
own
edition of the
world
Rosewater
building.
Post?
Yep, March 30th, 1845. One of the best days of my life.
That's quite a stick.
A memento from my grandfather back in County
Oh!
Comes in handy now and again.
I hope fixing that window won't be too expensive.
I may just leave it for a while. I'm enjoying the breeze.
You know what? It's not a nice. The broken glass lives
you
its
later,
little
Johnny.
character, you know?
Take care of yourself out there.
Well, character, it gives people a thing to...
Spitfire Harley, writing for my paper.
It gives people a thing to look at and go, yeah, I'm not
don't
gonna
just
mess
be
with
told.
her.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
Hey, Henry.
Who was that
Exactly
man?
who was that gentleman just took a tumble out your second-story window?
I haven't a clue. Devil of a fella.
Great question.
Just busted in here and went straight for Joni's office. He wouldn't be put off, but insisted on speaking with the editor immediately. Said he intended to lodge a complaint. Suppose Joni didn't take too kindly to his manner of lodging.
Fair enough.
Valid, fair.
What
What's
can you
to
tell
know
me
about this town?
Rosewater?
You picked a fine time to arrive, Miss Leger.
Why is that?
A few years back, you could hardly drive a wagon through the street. It was so full of folk coming and going. I'm sure you've noticed that's no longer the case.
It really is like,
Yeah.
taking a downward turn.
So where did everyone go?
Wherever the Orem actually is would be my guess. There's still some prospectors hanging on, convinced they'll find something everyone else missed. I'm sure they'll all come to their senses eventually.
If they all go, where will that leave you?
Why, getting by, I imagine. Peaceful, quiet life. The railroad still brings some traffic. Folks on their way further west or shipping goods back east. Although not as many as before the transcontinental airship line opened up. Easier to sail clear over the country than ride the rails halfway. Suits me fine, though.
So it's sort of a gold rush situation.
Yeah.
Because Orem is gold.
Yes.
Been working here long, Mr. Dixon?
Oh, about 5 years. I was the first one Joni hired on shortly after launching the paper. Was a farmhand before that. Keeping books is much nicer than tending cow pens, let me tell you.
Those are some mighty fine whiskers you've got.
Oh, why, thank you, Miss Leger. The missus tells me I ought to shave, but I'm fond of the look.
As you should be.
You are pulling it off.
Anything I should know about
Yes.
the townsfolk?
Can't really help you there. I'm just a simple family man, and we keep to ourselves.
I'll leave you to your work.
Appreciate it, ma'am.
Okay, so let's go find us Jake.
So Jake is at the saloon, was it? Or the opera house? Or something?
Yeah, the saloon and the
Was your
opera
meeting
house.
satisfactory, ma'am?
Quite so. Did you find any of those butterscotch sweets I asked for?
She wants
Afraid
butterscotch.
not. Only taffy and some peppermints.
Pity. This place seems to lack even the smallest of pleasures. Shall we?
Taffy? Come on. They didn't even have butterscotch. Oh,
Abysmal, truly abysmal. Oh, someone's got a bounty poster.
Looks like it's been up for ages. Wonder if they ever caught the guy. Or maybe he
Interesting.
retired from crime. Or died of old age.
could you imagine? Wow, this thing looks like it's been up here for like 80 years. I don't think this guy's around anymore. At least I hope not.
Food delivery for the lazy.
Nah.
Warning! Watch the dang door. Signed, Management. Now that is mighty tempting.
I do wonder what that button does.
Yeah, what does that button do? Like, they said food delivery for the lazy, which I can only
Bet that
assume
piano
like it's
hasn't
a...
been tuned since the De Leon
ear belt or
administration.
Yeah.
He's making the best of it, though. Excuse me, kid. I need to get upstairs.
I'm really sorry, miss, but Mr. Ackerman's not taking any more meetings right now.
Okay, so Mr. Ackerman is here.
Okay.
I'm here on
Rosewater
behalf of the
Post.
Rosewater Post.
Did you make an appointment?
No, I just got the assignment.
Okay. Look, Mr. Ackerman's upstairs getting ready for his show. It starts in less than an hour. Why don't you come by and watch? You can come meet him afterwards.
I just need to interview him for a newspaper article.
Well now, that's perfect. If you're going to write about it, you should definitely see the show. Trust me, it's a real dazzler.
Suppose it beats waiting around here.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing whatever show he's got going. Is like he's a singer? Is he like
Well,
stage actor?
the impression I'm getting is that this is likely a Wild West show.
Yeah, okay. That
It's
makes
likely,
sense.
you know, he's likely gonna do some like, you know, rope tricks. He's likely gonna do some. If they're at an opera, he's likely not going to have like, you know, cattle or anything running around.
Probably not. So wait, what are we doing now?
I'm gonna try and find the opera.
Oh, okay. Oh, the opera.
Well, I found the opera.
You found Gem too, I think.
Ah, yeah.
For 20 coppers, it had better be one hell of a show.
Some faded posters here.
Never heard of this one.
Mm-hmm.
This place is falling apart, but these stone tiles were nice. Once.
You don't like the Rose Otter pea husk?
You again?
Oh, hey, Harmony, was it?
Not even close.
Harley?
What are you doing here?
Oh, you're not still sore about earlier.
Are we still sore?
I mean, if they put like that kid up to it, I would be sore about it. But you know.
So yes, or I taught your friend a lesson.
I guess let's try to be nice.
So no.
Yeah.
Nah. But your little friend might think twice about hoodwinking strangers again.
Look, nothing personal. My brother and me are just doing our best to get by.
Okay, so you did put that kid up to it.
You just walked away when your brother got caught.
Your brother? And you just strolled away? I ought to knock you into a cocked hat.
Hey, you gotta look out for number one.
You picked the wrong mark, but I can let that go. Hell, with a little effort, you two could be halfway decent grifters. But if there's one thing turns my stomach, it's disloyalty. That's your flesh and blood. If you don't have your own brothers back, who else on this wretched earth is going to give a flip if you're alive or dead?
You made your point. Now, can we drop it already? I'm trying to do an actual legitimate job here.
And what job, pray tell, would
And
that
what job is that? I hope, like, it's not going to be anything that's going to make that hat any more snug on your head.
Yeah, really.
Because, she's a brawler. She can
She can definitely take you.
Legitimate job? So you're not selling snake oil or stock tips or fire insurance?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm selling tickets to Gentleman Jake's legendary Wild West show. Only 20 coppers.
Well, I mean,
That's
I'll
what
take
we're
one
here
of those
for.
tickets.
Swell. And when would you like to come see the show?
Whenever it starts?
Oh, you mean today? Ah, well, I'm afraid I gotta disappoint you there. Sold the last of today's tickets not 10 minutes before you walked up.
Seriously?
Seriously, this ain't exactly the Coliseum. It only fits so many. And folks around here are real excited to see Gentleman Jake in person.
Alright, look. I don't need to see some yahoo firing off his pea shooter. I just want to talk to this Jake fellow.
And I'm sure Gentleman Jake would be happy to meet you if you had a ticket to get in. Course, I might be able to sneak you in quiet-like, but I'd be putting my job on the line. And I can't afford to lose it now. After all, I have my little brother to look after.
Even the little
Just
brother
tell me what
you
you
left
Only a
behind.
small favor.
Spit it out.
Just help me retrieve something. A small item of great personal value. It's only my pa's pocket watch. Family heirloom, you see.
What happened to it?
It was stolen is what? By that one-eyed scalawag Lola Johnson. Probably stashed it away in the old smithy. She's been squatting in there for weeks now.
Okay.
We have the option to offer a bribe. Do I actually have, like, a currency to keep track of?
I don't see a money icon. It could just be like, you know, how you want to play the game.
Yeah. And it sounds like a matter for the law.
Yeah.
If this Lola stole from you, why not report it to the sheriff?
Oh, come on. I thought you was sharp. That lazy tyrant would cuff my brother and me soon as look at us. It's just the two of us. Me and him against the world. We got no one else to turn to. So, will you help us out?
I mean, you're definitely asking us to steal a pocket watch you likely pawned off on this Lola.
Probably.
Like, let's be real here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where'd your brother get to? Keeping out of trouble?
Matter of fact, he's trying to make good after that screw-up earlier. Decided he's gonna try and get Pa's watch back all by himself.
No.
He's real tore up over losing it.
You know what?
That's terrible.
I'm more interested in making sure your brother doesn't get in any more trouble than he's currently in.
Yeah.
And you're letting him risk his neck again? He'll be collared in no time. Like as not, you'll never see him again.
Oh, I know. I tried talking sense into him, but he's dead set on it. Wants to prove himself. But he'll be in real hot water if he gets caught, which he probably will. That's why I'm asking you to do it before he goes and does something stupid. I can tell you could pull it off. No problem.
Jiminy Jim. You do not give a shit.
That kid deserves better than getting strung up for doing your dirty work. Call him off. I'll handle it.
Swell. You know where to find me.
That was unintentionally the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Especially with the sound effect.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
Okay.
So Lola's holed up in this blacksmith shop. I just go to the sheriff.
We haven't talked to the sheriff yet.
Howdy, stranger. Fresh off the train?
Yes, sir.
Come on in then. Let's have a chat. I'm Sheriff Gamble.
Harley Leger.
Pleasure. Just passing through, or?
I'm here about a job.
Well now, that's refreshing. Few come to Rosewater these days with the intent of staying long. How are you finding our town?
I almost got crushed by a falling man.
What do you want to say?
Very picturesque.
Oh, it's great. Real pretty.
Glad you think so. Most folks take one look around and get right on the next train back. But I can see you have some real grit. I doubt the dust and the flies will put you off. Anyhow, welcome to Rosewater. You run into any trouble, you come and see me.
Looks like a pretty rough sort. This fellow still at large?
Yep, but I reckon he's left the province.
Reminder, confiscated items to be placed in the box below.
Okay.
A plain leather bag. Wonder what's inside. Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
Did you hear about the
guy who got thrown out a window?
I kinda was.
Yeah, please.
Were you aware that a man was thrown from the window at the Rosewater Post?
Is that right? Who was it?
Never saw him before. Looked New Spanish.
Is he alive?
Yes, he's in Doc Sedgwick's care.
Well, that's good. Sounds like I need to have words with Joni, though.
I mean, the guy's probably had it coming if he stormed into her office.
Yeah.
A man in your position must have plenty to say about the town he serves.
Suppose that's true. But a stroll down Main will tell you most everything you need to know.
What's the deal with Jem?
What's the deal with Jem?
What do you know about
Are
Lola?
you acquainted with Lola Johnson?
Not really. She mostly keeps to herself. As long as she don't cause trouble, I'm willing to overlook the squatting.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
That
What's
little
Jem?
weasel Jem is a real piece of work. What's his deal?
Did he cause you any trouble?
Nah,
could
just
say
tried
that.
putting on airs with his town greeter routine. But he was on his way once I let him know I wasn't having any of it.
That boy, he ain't a bad kid. He's just been dealt a bad hand. I've tried setting him straight, but his head's harder than granite. Maybe it's time I set my foot down. Show him the inside of himself for a while.
Trust me, that'll only make things worse. Perhaps rather than tossing away the bad apple, you might look in the barrel and figure out what made it rot.
Say, you ain't one of those social reformer types, are you?
Let's just say I've seen my share of cruddy barrels.
Can you tell
What's
me
the
about
story with
Jake?
Gentleman Jake?
Which one? If
What do you
even
mean,
half
which
of them
one?
are true, he's a
Oh.
lion among men, a real Western hero. But you can catch his show while he's in town and hear it straight from the source.
I saw a lady coming out of the saloon earlier. She was older, fancy looking, sounded old country. Any idea who that is?
Can't say it rings any bells. Wonder what someone like that'd be doing in Rosewater.
So not a native to the
Yeah.
town, which makes sense due to some of the things she said.
Can you tell me about Joan Gallagher?
I've yet to meet anyone with a more fiery temper. My advice is to stay on Joni's good side. You don't want to end up going out the window like that poor bastard.
Is Doc Sedgwick on the up and up, or is he one of those frontier quacks?
Oh no, Doc
he seems
Sedgwick's
chill.
tried
Yeah.
to
That's good.
Well, he saved the town from a yellow fever epidemic just last year. The
Well.
doc's
Wow.
pretty much the glue holding this town together. Leastways, that's what he's fond of telling everybody.
We'll
Thanks
probably
for the
come
chat,
talk.
Sheriff.
Come back.
Come back anytime.
Do you want to look at this photo over here?
Those are some stern-looking ladies. Hey, Sheriff,
Miss Leger,
who are the people in this photo?
those are my sisters, Lord bless them.
Oh. You have quite a few.
Yeah.
Irma's a real sweetheart. Don't think I ever met a kinder soul. I hope she's doing well. Beulah's a real firebrand. She'd smack you across the face soon as look at you. She did to me plenty. Sadie died a few months after this picture was taken.
Oh.
I'm grateful to have this to remind me of her smile.
Well. Anything over here?
Yeah.
Oh, that takes us into the railway.
She was like, I don't know why I went in there.
Okay. So we can't go this way.
No.
We don't have the option to knock, though.
No.
It seems that our direction would be to try and break in.
Yeah. We'd have to find a way to break in.
Yeah. Hey,
Hello
doctor,
again.
how's it going?
How's the patient, Doc? He don't look
Hey,
so
Doc.
great.
Miss Leger.
So, how's the medicine business?
What a question. I'm a physician, Miss Leger, not some two-bit snake oil salesman.
Didn't mean to imply you were.
I'm sure. At any rate, I've not had many patients of late. This poor soul is the only one this week. But that is the physician's dilemma, is it not? We are taught
Fair.
that idleness is a sin. But better that I am idle and the townsfolk healthy than my surgery be full of the ill and infirm.
Fair enough.
Very true.
I'll see you later, Doc.
Do take care of yourself.
He doesn't look half bad, all things considered.
No, he was lucky. Once I'm done here and the laudanum wears off, he should be right as rain.
Ah, good.
Okay, so how should we approach this? Just pull out the chain?
What's in those boxes?
Soda.
Soda, okay.
Could search it.
I'll search it.
Nothing inside but a colony of ants.
Okay, well...
Shame. I could go for a sarsaparilla.
Okay, try pulling on it. I'm gonna guess that's not gonna work and we're gonna have to go find something. You know, like a normal
This padlock's
clicking.
not going anywhere. Not without encouragement. Too bad I didn't bring my lockpicks. Or a hammer.
Now there are rocks next to where Gem is.
Ah, is there?
Yeah. Alright, so it seems that we have kind of two options here.
Yeah.
We might be able to sneak in upstairs through that, like, that dumbwaiter.
Okay.
With the button. Or we can help, Gem.
Yeah. Okay, okay. What do we want to do? Do we have the time to do it?
Not particularly. So I suppose we could stop there.
We could...
There we go. We could stop there.
We could stop there and then, pick this up next time.
Yeah.
And hopefully have a decision.
Oh. Decisions.
Decisions. I always love games where you can, you know, type in the name of the save. I love that.
Well, I hope you have enjoyed at least this first foray into the Rosewater Demo.
Hope you liked. If you're interested, check out the demo for yourself.
Yeah. No idea how much demo there is. It might be like, you know, if you get the first day, or it might be, who knows, like several days, several hours.
Oh, and if like the kind of gameplay here kind of intrigues you, check out Lamplight City. It's a mystery game that involves a detective and his ghost partner.
Yes, I'd forgotten about the ghosts.
Yes.
We'll see you next time.
See you!